Hello, 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 and we're doing coffee time, I believe. I haven't looked at the news, so I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Just looking. Just looking. Okay, the towns with the most miserable weather in Britain. Is yours amongst them? Because we were stuck in a tract of anticyclonic gloom. Do you remember? Do you remember that? But yeah, the anticyclonic gloom has meant the sun has been blotted out in some areas. Yeah, at the Met Office, they said that some towns in England didn't get a single minute of sunshine in the first 10 days of November. Oddenham in Hampshire, St Helier in Jersey, and Ronaldsway on the Isle of Man didn't see the sun. Whilst Rosthern in Cheshire got just 24 minutes of sunshine. In a complete reversal of fortune, Scotland, normally known for being a reek place, experienced clearer conditions. So yeah, look, this is the sunshine. Are you here? Though they've gone and spelt Birmingham completely wrong. Birmingham, I want a one way to Birmingham. So yeah, but yeah, look at that. Kinloss in Moray, 35 hours of sunshine. England had 2.2 hours of sunshine in the first 10 days of November. Now, what do I mean? I guess they mean like direct light, don't they? Because of the cloud cover. Because if there was no light, we'd all be stumbling around in the dark, wouldn't we? So yeah, and that was the anticyclonic gloom that was stuck over us. God, it was murky though, wasn't it? Now it's bright. It's like really, really it's pleasant. It's pleasant. It's pleasant. Meanwhile, we've got court news. How about some moths? What do you think of moths? Well, anyway, we're talking about moths in Notting Hill. Yeah, this woman, she's the daughter of a Georgian billionaire, not someone from the Georgian Times, but he's from Georgia, not in America. I'm Russian. Oligarchs. Iya Patarkashvili. I'm not saying that again. Bought the property in question for £36 million. Right? Back in May 2019. Yeah. Sorry, bought it for 32.5 million, but she's suing for 36 million. Read the headline, Darren. Look, why can't you be like all the other YouTubers and put some preparation in? It makes you look amateur. That's what you come here for. But yeah. But it didn't go. It hasn't gone to plan, right? Even though the home has a spa and a gym and a wine room and a pool and a library and a cinema. Moths, infested with moths indeed. A few days after she and her dentist husband, Dr. Yevin Hunak, moved in, Miss Patarkashvili, I can't say it, spotted the first signs of what she saw as an infestation. Here she is with her husband and dog friend. We have got a dog friend in, so we can do dog cam later on. Not gonna do it yet. Don't want to spoil you, do we? Don't want to spoil you. So yeah, she's taken William Woodward Fisher, the owner of the former owner of the property. William Woodward Fisher is also an ex-Team GB rower, and they've gone to the High Court over it. And here he is, and he's saying, "What moths? What moths? Look at my schmutter. Not a single moth hole at all." Yeah, so this is it, the moths, and this is the property in question. You paid all that money for that? Looks like a technical college. I tell you, architecture today ain't what it used to be, isn't it? It's not what it used to be. Yeah, Dr. Hunak told the court that the moth plague hit the point where insects were landing on the couple and their 2 children's toothbrushes, cutlery and plates of food. And he had to tip away glasses of wine after finding moths floating in them. I say, there's a moth in my wine. Don't say it too loud, sir. They'll all want one. They reckoned that to swat 100 moths a day. And after intensive spray and treatment from pest control, Mr. Hunak, or Dr. Hunak even, maintains a daily kill rate of 35. That's not bad. That's not. I think he should diversify. Not only should be a doctor, but he could also be a pest killer, couldn't he? And they're suing him. They're suing Woodward Fisher for obviously damages. They say he was either guilty of fraudulent misrepresentation or negligent in failing to disclose prevalent moth issues. When, because there's a little thing which says vermin, you've got to tick a box. Infested with Belgians. But Mr. Woodward Fisher claims he did all he could and gave an honest and full reply in a pre-sale inquiry form. And so, it's fascinating. But yeah, Woodward Fisher bought the site in 2011 and lived there until its sale in 2019. So yeah, moths. So do we know when it's gonna? Got any more details? Yeah, they want to get their money back. That's why it's so big. Well, surely they've got to give the property back. But yeah, meanwhile, Mr. Woodward Fisher says the estimate is fantastically high, arguing that a true repair bill would be in the region of maybe £162,000. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. How that pans out. The trial continues, with the judge expected to reserve decision at a later date. So moths. I got nothing. It wasn't funny. Meanwhile, Gary Lineker, he's out of match of the day. I'm hoping that they're going to replace him with a monkey in a football shirt. Because do you need a celebrity presenting match of the day? A highly paid one? Again, if you get a monkey to do it, pay him in bananas. Maybe a few nuts. But yeah, Lineker's out, and I reckon he offered to take a pay cut before he was forced out because he wasn't offered a new contract. Thing is he does cost an awful lot of money to do a couple of hours of work a week. I mean, it's a good job, isn't it? It's a good job if you can get it. But I don't watch Match of the Day, and I don't understand why you need people like that. You could just have a voiceover continuity announcer going, and now the match from Liverpool, like we used to do. Do you remember Match of the Day when it used to be on on a Wednesday, like the midweek Match of the Day? And there wasn't a presenter. It just there would be like a continuity announcer. I'm sure of it. Or did I dream that? Medical news: autism may be caused by toxins breathed in by millions every day. Air pollution breathed in by women during pregnancy may be linked to a greater risk of their children developing autism. Interesting, because with Herb, who's on the spectrum, we lived in the middle of fucking nowhere. In the middle of nowhere, in the countryside. So I don't know about that. I think that's a bit of a rubbish, a bit of a load of rubbish. Unless it was the farmer spraying, weed killer. Oh, conspiracy theory, or it could just be genetics. I come from a long line of weirdos, so I'm a weirdo. So. I think it's genetics, isn't it? Anyway, a review of the latest literature found babies with genetic predisposition to autism exposed to 4 common air pollutants were more likely to develop the condition. Well, if they're predisposed to it, how do they know it's a causal effect? Unless you've got a pair of twins and they've got exactly the same kind of genetic predisposition, and one, how do they? I call cobblers. Yeah. Dr. Houtham Amal, the head of the Department of Laboratory and Neuromics cell signaling and translational medicine at Hebrew University of Jerusalem said they were trying to understand what might be contributing to the rise of the disease. Well, I think it's because a lot of people self-diagnose. You know, they have a bit of a funny day and they go, I'm autistic. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think it's... but he said that my lab has shown that nitric oxide plays a major role in ASD. Nitric oxide. Is that a fertiliser? Yeah, nitric oxide is a fertiliser. So maybe there is some truth in it. Maybe there's some truth in it, because we did live next to like farmland. And I'm sure the farmer sprayed his crops with stuff. So there you go. Fascinating. Dementia expert reveals the exact age you should quit alcohol to ward off Alzheimer's. But I'm sure if you drink enough booze, you become forgetful, unsteady, and start shaking. Alzheimer's one's where you shake, isn't it? Which one's the one where it is Alzheimer's, isn't it? But yeah, American neurologist Dr. Richard Restak has advised individuals become completely teetotal from the age of 65 onwards. That was when I was planning to start drinking again. He said even one or two alcoholic drinks every few weeks is said to accelerate age-related damage to nerve cells in our brain. He says alcohol is a very, very weak neurotoxin. It's not good for nerve cells. In his book, The Complete Guide to Memory, The Science of Strengthening Your Mind, it is essential to abstain from alcohol from a stage in life where preserving neurons is crucial. So I strongly suggest that if you're 65 and older, that you completely and permanently eliminate alcohol from your diet. Now this perfectly dovetails in today's... Okay, should I go there? Oh, what the hell. With the assisted dying bill that Labour are trying to get through. Yeah, which is nice. Mind you, if you're over 65 and you're not allowed to drink, get me on the plane at Dignitas. Yeah, on the plane. Yeah. Apparently they're trying to. Will it get passed? I don't know. It's an interesting thing because if they're doing this assisted dying bill, it's released today. The details have been released today, and they're bringing in a new law, incitement. So if you encourage someone to, finish their days, that could be a new law. But it's all got to get voted through. And I just wonder if the Labour majority will get that one through, and how will the NHS be able to cope with the burden of that? Because they're saying it's only people who are going to die in the next 6 months that will be entitled to hasten their demise, which seems a little bit, I was hoping to have suicide booths on every street corner like in Futurama. That's what we need. What kind of dog owner are you? One that's tired? Researchers from Yves-Laurent University surveyed 800 dog owners and found out they all fit into 3 distinct categories. Laura Gillette, lead author of the study, said interestingly, even though we collected data from online groups dedicated to family dogs, the owners weren't all the same. No shit, Sherlock. We found 3 distinct profiles of owners whose dogs play diverse social and practical roles. Okay, so what kind of dog owner are you? The friendly colleague sees their dog as a colleague and security guard, but also has a strong emotional tie. Usually owns a Border Collie, Belgian Shepherd, German Shepherd. I think I'm actually Layla's pet because she's trained me to throw the ball and then she's trained me to blow a raspberry for her to go and collect the ball. So I think actually I'm her pet. The dog parent has a close human-like bond with their pet and does not see their practical functions. Usually owns Vizslers. I thought you said Rizzlers for a minute there. Boxers and Dachshunds. What's a Vizsla? I don't even know what that is. I thought I knew dogs. What's a Vizsla? Vizsla. Oh, it's a Hungarian dog. Oh, okay. That's a Vizsla. Okay. New one on me. The companion keeps dogs mainly for companionship, but keeps an emotional distance. Usually owns Moody's. Oh, it's another one I don't know. English Cocker Spaniels, Labrador Retrievers. Yeah, we are. I see. Yeah, colleague, definitely a colleague. You know, definitely a colleague because I've got no friends. It's all right. I'm deeply unpleasant. This is a follow-up on the eunuch maker case. Do you remember there was a very industrious chap called Marius Gustafsson. He was is he a Norwegian? Did he come from Norway? I can never remember. Does it say? I can remember where he came from. But anyway, he was the previous country he was in. He was one of those LGBT people. Well, he is, but he was the head of one of their organisations, which is interesting. But yeah, the eunuch maker, Marius Gustafsson, here he is. He charged pay-per-view, so you could watch people having bits lopped off. What bits? Well, his name's Eunuch Maker, so I'll let you fill in the blanks, as it were. He had 22,841 subscribers and made nearly 300 grand in 4 years. That's a bit stingy, really. I thought he could have done more than that. Oh, so he is from Norway, yeah. And he kept a freezer full of parts, and once had a, what can I say, sweetbread salad for lunch. You wouldn't go around his gaff for lunch, would you? He froze his own leg off and had his little Gustav, sorry, little Marius, his name's Gustafsson, got to fudge that up, his little Marius taken off as well. I have to think like this so that the algorithm doesn't say naughty, naughty. Anyway, there's a proceeds of crime hearing at the moment, and it's heard in the court that the ringleader of this extreme body modification cult threw a huge wobbly when his legal team told him he was jailed for life. Yeah, he didn't like it. He was given a life sentence in May and must serve at least 22 years before he can be released. And despite being found guilty, Gustafsson blamed his lawyers for having to spend the next 2 decades behind bars. His barrister, Rashvinder Panesir, told the Old Bailey, understandably, there was some turbulence with those defending him following his life sentence. And Gustafsson has ceased contact with his legal team and has threatened to hire new lawyers to represent him at the confiscation hearing. But yeah, because they're trying to claw back some of the money that he made from his website. Good luck with that. And Gustafsson is so far not engaged with the process at all, of course, because he wants to keep his money. And so yeah, Gustafsson claims only £60,000 came from the website, and that the prosecution have inflated the figure and have counted some of the money twice. So yeah, and here are some of the people who were jailed as part of the website. There you go. Never trust a bald man with a beard. I think that's what we can come up with here. But yeah, it's this goes back to my thing. If your male partner hasn't got a hobby, you know, if he isn't whittling a bit of wood or making a model plane, or trying to get an old motorbike to work, or collecting guitars, then he's a wrong un, because you've got to have a nice hobby. So there you go. I've got nothing. Can't do that. Meanwhile, Starmer, I reckon, Keir Starmer, our beloved leader, is going to ban gas boilers in new homes and force developers to install electric heat pumps or alternatives. This is part of the Future Home Standard. And again, they're trying to cut carbon emissions. Now, whilst it's admirable to do all this, it's really expensive to have electric boilers, and the heat pumps only work in certain properties. If you live in a flat or communal area, almost impossible to install because you don't have the land, you don't have the area to put them. So again, this is what I love about this carbon neutral future with electric cars and whatnot, is it's almost impossible for this infrastructure to be brought in because of how old all these buildings are. We have Victorian buildings and God knows what, and these places were built in the 50s and everything's kind of compact. In built up areas, it's almost impossible. What they should be doing is insisting that all of us have solar panels, and the government should be issuing free solar panels to everyone, pushing that electricity back into the system, and that would ease some of that carbon footprint. But we're going to do this instead. So yeah, that's it. What else have we got? Just trying to find some happy ones. Oh, we're doing a little bit of politics, yeah. The Conservatives have had a bit of an upswing. They're more popular now that Kemi Badenoch's the new leader, and a new poll has seen them leapfrog Labour to go 2 points ahead. Yeah, can you believe that? And this is, there's not a lot in it, but it's impressive because the Tories were completely wiped out, weren't they, at the time of the election back in July. So maybe this is what they need. Oh, we've got an early banning Christmas story. Boo! We love Christmas. Everyone loves Christmas. It's a myth that we offend non-Christians with Christmas. It's like being offended by Diwali or Eid or any of the other. So there's a light. I've got a light on me. That's how bright it is out there. It's like being offended by other people's celebrations. It doesn't make any sense. But this is Wherwell Primary School in Andover in Hampshire. A letter was sent to parents of 126 children from the head teacher, informing them that there would be no reference to Christmas in their pantomime production of Jack and the Beanstalk. Yeah, this is a village school. Here they are. Mind you, I'm trying to think. Jack and the Beanstalk, would there be a reference to Christmas in it? I don't think it's a plot point, is it? So he needn't have sent out the letter. This is a non-story, I believe. There was a backlash by angry parents. A new letter was sent out by the head teacher, Mandy Ovenden, explaining the school's decision. She said that as a pantomime was not a Christmas event, all children at the school should be able to attend. As the pantomime was not a Christmas event. Okay, sorry, that's that I don't understand. Even those parents usually stop them from attending anything that celebrates the festive season on religious grounds. Is that a thing? The parents do that. Mormons do that, but no one else. Are we protecting the Mormons now? Seventh-day Adventists, Scientologists? I don't know, but anyway. And this is Mandy Ovenden, the teacher at the centre of this non-story. I mean, Jack and the Beanstalk is a pantomime, and pantomimes are Christmas. It's a Christmas tradition, but I don't think it has any mention of Christmas in the panto, unless the writer, no, it's not a Christmas story, is it? No. So there we go. So Christmas is cancelled for them, and there's it's been the performance is being staged by Essex-based Chaplin's Pantos. We do have a lovely poster there for them. They look like they're having a great time. And have we got any other pictures? No. That was useless, wasn't it? So there we go. Non-story, really. Could have snuck that in without anybody knowing. She just said we're having a panto. If you don't want to come, don't come. Top pet names of the year. I suppose that could be the animal story to end with, couldn't it? Why not? Meanwhile, are you planning on going to Europe? Some European places impose a tourist tax. Did you know that? Yeah. Yeah, if you go to France, you have to pay a €5 tax to visit popular sites like the Louvre or Notre Dame Cathedral. Louvre's closed on the Tuesdays. I learnt that the hard way. I really wanted to go to the Louvre because I'm an arty pretentious ponce. And yeah, they're blaming Brexit. You know what I blame? I blame Brexit. It is Brexit. That's what they're blaming it on. But yeah, this new tax could be imposed as soon as 2026. But several European hotspots have rejected the plan, saying, hey, come here instead. You won't pay anything. But yeah, this comes as French Culture Minister Rachida Dati said, I want visitors from outside the EU to pay more for their entrance ticket and for this supplement to finance the renovation of the national heritage. But other holiday hotspots, like Bruges in Belgium, the Belgians, see, they're just doing it to curry favour with me. Madrid in Spain, Amsterdam in the Netherlands, and Berlin in Germany, they've all promised that they will not introduce such a tax and tourists should travel to their cities instead and avoid France and Paris. I agree with that. And here's a picture of the Louvre, which, remember folks, is closed on a Tuesday. I found that out myself, the hard way. It still riles me, it rankles me to this day. It rankles me to this day. I wanted to go in the Louvre. But yeah, Dirk de Fou from Bruges, he's the mayor, says we will never make a difference between European inhabitants and non-European inhabitants. Do you know what? Maybe I was wrong about the Belgians. Maybe they're all right. It's just Tintin. It's just Tintin and the Smurfs. I like the Smurfs. Or Le Strumpfs, as they're known in their native language. Le Strumpfs. Did you know that? I knew that. But yeah, he added, while the city may introduce an extra charge for cruise day trippers, it will be the same whether the guest is from the EU or not. So, blanket charge. Again, I can understand that. But to ponce and leech off of non-European visitors just shows you the mentality of the EU lot, you know. Meanwhile, in Madrid, the city's regional president, Isabel Diaz Ayuso, said she would not be introducing the new tourist taxes as well. Madrid is not going to impose new taxes. The president rules out any tax that taxes tourism, a spokesman for the regional president said. Our policy is one of low taxes that generate greater economic activity, job creation and prosperity. So there you go. So go there. Go to Madrid. It looks quite nice, actually. It looks very nice. Very, very nice. So there you go. So don't go to France, Germany. Oh, no, not Germany. Germany's all right. Was it Germany? Oh, I've forgotten now. Just anyway, don't go anywhere. Don't go. Don't go. Stay at home. Right, okay. What else have we got? So I'm just trying to find a good story, and there aren't any. Oh, who wants some stupid? I got some stupid for you. This is the story we did. I think we might have covered her. Kim Hall from Middlesbrough. She was stopped at Chicago's O'Hare Airport on August the 18th, and she prepared to board a connecting flight to Manchester. And Homeland Security investigators found 43 kilos of cocaine packed into two suitcases before the young woman was arrested. Here she is before, and here she is in the clink. I love the before and after. Look at that. There you go, love. Want to cut down on your pork life? Yeah, she's facing 60 years in jail. Right? And she said it's unfair. Right? She says it's unfair because I didn't realise that these Mexican strangers' suitcases that I was carrying would be turned to be filled with £15 million of cocaine. Yes, that was her mitigating circumstances. She claims that she agreed to take the suitcases home for a pair of British men under the belief that the bags contained only cash. And then she said that she was forced to carry the bags at gunpoint after being offered a free holiday to Mexico by the two men she befriended on an early break to Portugal. And they're also blaming her mental health, as a psychiatrist believes she was in the middle of a manic episode when she agreed to get the suitcases. Look, love, just own it. You're a drug mule. Just own it. Do the time. You know. Speaking out, she said, I'm not a bad person. I've never been in trouble in my life, and I'm not guilty of what they're accusing me of. You carried the two suitcases in. They had a gun to my head and threatened to shoot me. Yeah. She said that the two men said that the suitcases were filled with $250,000 in cash. She said, I agreed to do it because there was no reason not to do it. It was just money, and I didn't see anything wrong with it. You do know that that's illegal too. You're not allowed to take that kind of money over the border, over borders. It's called, was it, money laundering and whatever. So yeah, she's not very smart. And here she is with the filters. You can hear the filters on her phone groaning and creaking and groaning. Oh well. What's the expression? F around and find out. Oh yeah. Oh God, I've gone on far too much. I've gone on far too much. Just checking. Oh. Mastermind news. Viewers have branded Clive Myrie unfair, and he stitched up the contestant Alex. Alex was on. I watched it because I watch Mastermind. It's one of my favourite shows. Not as good as Grand Designs, but almost as good. And he answered questions about West Indies cricket. Always a big subject, and he didn't do very well. But the fans said that Myrie gave him less time than the winner, Olivia. Olive. Oliver. Yeah, so yeah, there go, controversy. I don't know. I mean, I didn't sit there with a timer. I thought it was, again, it all depends how they pace the questions. Again, some questions take longer to read out than others. So, you know, you need to, it's tricky, isn't it? Tricky, that one, I don't know. Scurvy's back. British BMJ case reports said a man in his 50s showed signs of scurvy. That's in Australia. There you go. But they reckon it's because of a common acid reflux drug. Yeah. But cases of scurvy have risen 25% since 2007. Eat more fruit. That's all you got to do. But this fellow had undergone bariatric weight loss surgery. So, what's to do with that, I reckon? Fascinating. But, you know, just fruit. Oh my God. Top news. Popular British comedian and TV star shocks fans as he announces he's quitting Twitter X for good. Oh my God, this is top news. That's Greg Davis. Yeah, I mean, he was all right in In-Betweeners, but very limited in what he can do, really, isn't he? Well, everyone's supposed to be going to Blue Sky, and that's fine. Yeah. If you just want to hear everyone agreeing with each other, yeah. I'll be on X because I use it as a news feed. You know, I don't really post much myself, so yeah. But social media is a we have a Christmas ad. This is Disney, and it's directed by Taika Waititi. And for some reason, it features an octopus, because you often think of octopuses at Christmas. And there you go. So that's Christmas for you. Okay. Meanwhile, in France, Cadbury's chocolate fingers have disappeared off the shelf, causing boxes of the product to soar to £46 a box on the black market. Okay. Meanwhile, we're going to South America. This is the surreal moment that the police caught a cigarette smuggler swimming across a river from Paraguay to Argentina, disguised as a bush. It's very good. That's a very good job. That's a very good disguise, yeah. Under camouflage. Still looking. There's no. Still looking for. Looking for animal stories. Meanwhile, world's oldest joke shop is going to close after 138 years of business. Yeah, this is up in Glasgow. Tam Shepherd's in Glasgow, opened in 1886. Here it is. It's going to close. What? There's nothing funny? There's nothing funny about it. That's a terrible joke. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. If I can find the story about animal names. There weren't any animal stories, but we're doing. Oh, bugger him! I've lost the story. God damn it! It was here somewhere. Reveal top pet names. Right. Trusted House Sitters, a global pet sitting platform, unveiled its annual pet name study and have analysed over 120,000 pet names. And yeah, should we have a look? Is there a list? Yes, there is. Now, do you want to do? We'll do cats first, shall we? And we'll do it reverse, 20 to 1. In at 20, Molly, George, Millie, Alfie, Tilly, Max, Cleo, Willow, Poppy, Leo, Oscar, Loki, Lily, Monty, Lola, Charlie, Milo, Bella, Coco, Luna. And now for dogs. Are you ready? So 20 to 1. Tilly, Max, Bailey, Bertie, Milo, Mabel, Charlie, Rosie, Teddy, Monty, Coco, Molly, Willow, Alfie, Ruby, Daisy, Lola, Bella, Luna, Poppy. And that's the password to my bank account there. Fucking hell. You've got all my money now. But that allows me to expertly give you some random dog of the day. No, it's not random dog of the day. This is Layla. 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 Psst. Layla. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Hello. You a good girl? Give me paw. Where's that paw? Paw? Let me give some paw. Paw? That's a good girl. See, she did paw. I don't know if you saw that then. Paw? I can't see it. Paw? That's it. Hey, we got some paw there. Hey. So you got some dog cam as well. Let's see if there's anybody in. I doubt there is. 8 people in, 4 likes. That means 4 of you not enjoying it. Missing Remote says, good morning, afternoon indeed. And Grant's getting a quaffy. I don't know what that is. He says there's already an assisted diabetes. It's called Taylor Swift. Well, I was thinking of doing it. When it comes, what I'm going to do, right, is if it does come in, I'm going to run a sweepstake. Right, you can all pay. Or maybe I charge a bit of money for it. You know, a fair bit. Maybe a £5 a ticket, and then whoever wins can come around, do me in with a claw hammer, back of the head. Back. What do you reckon? I reckon a lot of people would want to have a go at that. That could be a bit of fun, couldn't it? Could be a bit of fun. Better than your usual attempts at trying to engage with you. And runs in, right, Clive. Alex says, there was an English woman in paper a while who was over 100, still walked and sharp-minded, said her secret was a single shot of whiskey before bed every night. And that there could be also blowjobs. Trust me. She got blowjobs every day. Andrew's in, says, we forgot what time it was. You were sure I forget all the time. Grant says, you're late. Darren will be livid. As long as you get, I know my audience is a bit old and a bit forgetful. You know, they're all on the borderline of dementia, so I'll take what I can get. You know, the good thing is my content is so repetitive. They can't remember if they've seen it before. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Animal stories, indeed. No. This jumper. I've had this jumper for nearly 30 years, and I don't intend to get rid of it until it falls off me. You know, see that? So there you go. So I think it's that. I don't know if this is. I don't know. I have to look. I can't remember who it is, but or at least 25 years. I know I've had it since the 90s. I know that. Father Programs. I don't know who Father Programs is. And he says, see you in the live stream tonight. Not if I see you first. Maybe we won't do the live stream. Maybe we'd do something different instead, eh? Because it's all a bit dull. It's very boring, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, see you at the live stream. See you at the live stream tonight. Anyway, that was the news. Killing the channel one video at a time. By Jiminy, we will finish this channel off eventually. And yeah, we'll do it all again soon. Drink it up.